Okay, so hopefully not too many of you are going to need this information, but in the event that some of you are after some guidance, not that I'm an expert, I'm kind of fumbling around, but for whatever reason I have managed to last 8 days in quarantine with 2 positive cases. So my wife and my son are positive with COVID. Somehow, and I've been getting tested regularly. For whatever reason, I seem to have dodged the bullet. I don't want to jinx myself by saying that, but maybe some of my OCD things that I have been doing around the house in order not to contaminate myself. So look, I'm just gonna blabber on about some of the things that I have been doing, and you can take it or leave it. If you don't like the advice, keep your comments to yourself. If you do like the advice, then take it on board, and I hope it helps you. I'll walk around and I'll just show you bit by bit some of the silly things that I've been doing that miraculously seem to be playing a role in me not being having contracted COVID at this point. So yeah. Alright, so one of the things that I've tried to do is I've tried to keep most of the surfaces as clean and bare as possible. I've been sitting there working, doing some of my work on the laptop, so I have been on the table, but majority of the stuff when they come and eat is easy enough to wipe down. Got sanitizer sitting up along there that I'm using regularly. Again, work surfaces are kind of bare all the way through. One thing that I have been doing consistently is these air purifiers. We've got 3 in the house. At the moment, one's in the bedroom where my wife's sleeping. I've got one in here, and I've got one in the living room where my son is. So where my son tends to, if he moves into another room to play, then I'll typically follow him with the air purifier and stick it on in there. I have been using a mask while I'm around them, especially today we're on day 8. My wife's she's developed a cough. I have had a cough for quite a few weeks now. Mine isn't COVID. I keep showing up negative results. I've been tested 4 times since then, and I haven't contracted it. And before you ask, I'm not in an apartment. I've been moving from straight to my car, which I haven't been leaving, going straight to testing and straight back. So I haven't been in contact with anybody else other than that bit through the window with somebody else who's got the full hazmat gear. I just need to know along the way that if I am or I'm not positive. So have been using the mask more so today than any other day. Today's the only real day. We're sitting on day 8, so we're just over the halfway mark of the 14-day quarantine. And I have up until this point I haven't been super pedantic and super OCD about making sure everything is clean and me wearing the mask and stuff, but because I actually think that my feeling up until yesterday or today has been that if I do get it, then I don't have to clean everything so many times, and I can play with my son more than I have been, because when we've been playing around, I'll touch him and then I'll go off and sanitize my hands. Not great, but as of today, there's no point. We're now going the halfway mark. I now have to see if I can see this right through without getting infected. yeah, so I have been using the mask. We've got the air purifiers going on, sanitizer consistently. My hands are really quite cracked in a bit, so I've been alternating between that and washing my hands with soap. One of the things that I will show you, so I'll turn this around. So I've barricaded the kitchen so that this is my zone. Everyone knows that this is my zone. So after I've been washing my hands with hand wash right on the sink, I've got stashed up there this is what I use to dry my hands with. All of the stuff that we had for, you know, the placemats and stuff around the house, I've pretty much got rid of. I've just, you know, the first couple of days I was sticking them in the wash all the time. I kind of got sick of that, so I'm done. I just left them in the washing basket between washing, drying, through the dryer, you know, most nights. I've also got as of yesterday, I started using the other shower in our house. I've got the luxury that where I live is large enough that I can be somewhat isolated from the others at night, but throughout the day and stuff, I'm up here with my son at the moment. My wife's, she's been back in bed, so yeah, I've started using a separate shower. I've got the same deal with this guy in the bathroom, which has got the shower that I've been using. I've got a separate towel up high, out of reach from everybody else, and towards the bedrooms I've almost been avoiding completely. So I do go in there, but I'll wear a mask if that's the case, and yeah. So some of the things some of the silly stuff I've been doing so this is where we keep our rubbish bin. Let's see. I've been opening the drawers with my feet. So to get to the rubbish bin, I've been opening it with my feet, not to touch it, you know, and doing the same with the rubbish bin. You know, at one stage I was opening the doors this way. In some cases I've been leaving things like the pantry here. So I have, you know, since I've quarantined the kitchen off with my chair, I have been leaving some doors ajar, like the pantry, so I can literally just, you know, although at the moment I know that all of the handles have been sanitized, I've still been leaving it, you know. So rather than me grab the handle in a lot of instances, initially I would be grabbing very up high, where I would leave doors ajar and close them kind of that way. So I've been doing this sort of stuff on purpose. Some doors around the house, like for example, our toilet door is sliding. So rather than use the handle down here, which is common for everybody else, I have been putting my hand way up high towards the top, and I've just been using my fingers to slide it open. Up there, there's the shower. You can see where I keep my separate towel apart from everybody else. In the toilet I haven't been, so my son's been using those, and every night I'll just put those in the wash, but I keep my own separate towel. So once I'm in here using the hand wash, you know, I'm alternating. I can't use the sanitizer all the time because it's been hurting my hands. So I've been, every now and then, every fourth or fifth time, I'll literally wash my hands through here or in the sink in the kitchen. And rather than there, I got my own towel up the top here. So, yep, like I said, I've been using door handles from up the top, not down the bottom. I have been propping things, for example here, you know, in my son's room. I have been propping the doors open so that they don't close with little bits of wood from the garage so that they don't close. Where I need the doors not to be closed if I don't want to touch this, but the reality is I'll touch a handle and then I'll go and sanitize my hands. So yeah. Alright, when I've been opening the fridge, rather than grabbing the fridge handle normally at you know, a bit of not quite waist height, but you know, a standard way you would grab the fridge, I've been using a pinky and I've been grabbing them up the top where I know that people typically aren't opening the fridge from. And you know, so I've been doing that with the fridge, so I'm not opening it standard, I'm using a pinky, and I've been very cautious that, you know, not to put anything in my mouth. Okay, when I have been washing my hands, what I'll typically do is, so the hand that at the moment I've got holding the camera, I'll pull that out so that it kind of is doing this, and then with my other hand I will sit it over the top on the side, and I'll literally press on the button to get my, and I've been doing this with the sanitizer as well, so this is what I'm using to spray to lift up the to turn on the water. I've been using again the pinky up the top or my elbow. Give it a nudge. If I do it too hard, I can just give it a few taps to lower it. So, you know, or bring it down. I've been doing stuff like that. When I've been coughing, because I have had a cough for quite a while, which is something else, it's not COVID. I've been coughing into my t-shirt all the time, so I'll change my t-shirt out. You know, I haven't been changing it throughout the day, I've been changing it out at night, so I'll be coughing a lot into my t-shirt, but for whatever reason I seem to be, yeah, everybody else hasn't been getting worse, so yeah. Alright, I basically already mentioned this, but all of the doorknobs and stuff, although I do leave some of them ajar, when I go through, I've been literally doing around and I've cleaning them all. You know, literally go around and do like all of them, all of those little guys up here. At one stage I was opening drawers, again, like I said, with my foot, you know, up here. These ones up high, it doesn't make too much sense, but I'll literally open and grab what I needed to grab with, you know, normally not these fingers, I'll be using something else, but then I'll sanitize. It's just been an OCD that I've been doing. I haven't even been doing it consciously. With the chopping board, the chopping boards is what we usually use to prepare food a lot. I know that this is probably not the healthiest thing, but I've been disinfecting the chopping boards with surface wipes, antibacterial. You know, the boards are very porous, and I've just been running. I find that these are pretty good because they're very wet, so you get a lot of foam out of them when you first open it up, and then, you know, I might run that and then just stick it under the tap for a bit, and yeah. The other thing we've been running, we've got a double dishwasher, so, you know, even you can see how I'm opening the dishwasher. I do clean the inside of there on both of them very regularly, as often as I clean the doorknobs. And so we've been using everything in the dishwasher fairly regularly. I haven't been filling them all the way to the top, because in a lot of instances what we've been running out of more than anything has been cutlery. So the cutlery, I've just been, you know, when things get done here, I'll start using the one from underneath, and I'll cycle them through. So once that's done, I'll put them away, and I know that everything's clean and sterile and whatnot. but it makes it easier having all of the surfaces, you know, just a lot barer without crap everywhere. You know, yesterday we still had flowers here and stuff which have all been moved up there. All of the pot plants that were up there have been moved downstairs. And yeah, just trying to minimize the amount of stuff to clean and sanitize. Things like the rails on the stairways and stuff I haven't been touching at all. So, you know, that's a way of dealing with that. And with my son's toys and stuff, I haven't been bothering to try and sanitize them every night and whatever. All I've literally been doing is I make sure that there is a clean corridor of walking through so no one slips. So if anything, I'm kind of shoving things away with my foot to get them out of the way. I haven't been bothering because when I'm touching them or I'm playing with him and his toys, then I'll come away and sanitize. So we'll do a big clean of everything once we've got this virus eradicated from the house. So once it's done, it's, you know, you can see down there. There's the other air purifier while he's on the couch. Okay, so like I said, I haven't been avoiding them too much. Like even up till yesterday, we were still sitting down at the table to eat together. It's only been today since the coughing has started with my wife that I have, you know, while she's, you know, for example, let me just turn the camera around. So she might be sitting here and I might move to the bench instead. So, you know, I'll prepare the food and make sure that, you know, I'm the only one touching the cutlery to begin with, and that I'm the only one putting stuff away. So at least I know that what's back there to a large portion is clean. If there's stuff that I haven't put away that, you know, there's still stuff like vitamins and spices and whatever, that I haven't put everything away. I may or may not do that, I don't know. The problem is I'm so tempted just to grab everything, shove it in a box and just put it away for the sake of putting it away. The chance that I run is that I'm not going to remember where I put it. We're going to need stuff. So if I leave it out, it'll be majority based on that. So yeah, you know, this system at the moment, how I've been working it, has been a lot better than how I was doing it yesterday. Yesterday, at one point, I was wearing gloves. The gloves are not a great fix at all. They're just weird it's weird. I was playing with my son making Legos, and I was wearing gloves, and the gloves were getting caught in between. The latex gloves were getting caught in between the Lego pieces, and it's just stupid. It's actually just easier just to play. If I'm going to play Lego, I'm going to play Lego with him, and then at the end of it, you know, as of now, I'll be wearing a mask, but I have, up until this point, I haven't been. So the mask's only been now because we're now kind of on a, you know, we're midway point. The last thing I want to do is reset the 14 days closer towards the end. If it was going to happen, I would have rather it happened earlier on. That's still not to say that I'm not going to get sick, but you know, yeah, it's a bit of a mind game more than anything. So especially when you're seeing your loved ones are not well. So at the moment, my son's doing a lot better. We're on day 8, technically, according to the DHS, whatever the acronym is. He's had quite a few fevers up until this point. He's been playing okay. He's been having his breakfast. The first couple of mornings he was vomiting a lot. He would eat something and vomit and then go back to bed and only have some fluids, so to be on Panadol. So I think it was just his body working doing its thing. My wife, on the other hand, is pregnant in the 3rd trimester, and she is not great. So her oxygen at the moment seems to be okay. We've had I don't even know, I think it was the hospital that contacted and sent something through which monitors her oxygen and heart rate and stuff, and she's been on paracetamol quite a lot, maybe too much for what we should be doing, but she's been on regular telehealth calls with the doctors from the hospital, and they are monitoring us as a study because of the fact that they're wanting to see the effects of this with pregnancy. This is just something for the records. There haven't literally been that many enough cases to know the ins and outs of having COVID whilst being pregnant. So yeah, that's where things stand. I have no doubt that I might add to some of this. Although at the moment I'm saying that I at this stage I am negative, I might go out. I have to keep getting tested. So yeah, this is what I've been doing, and so far maybe the combination of things, maybe there's one thing more than something else, but these are the things that I've been doing to limit my exposure to the virus. So I am living around it day to day, but yeah, so I do have a separate, at night I've got I sleep separately. So we've got a downstairs bedroom that I've been using since we had the positive result. So that's the only thing that's been kind of consistent. So at night I head off down there to sleep after I smash some workout. Yeah. So like I said, I do have the advantage of having a bigger place, but yeah, a lot more surfaces at the same time, so it's a bit of a double-edged sword. But for whatever reason, at this stage I'm still clear. Fingers crossed that that continues to play out. Yeah, it's bad enough seeing them like that, but if everyone in the house is in diabolical fevers and bedridden, who's going to look after the 5-year-old? So who knows? Anyway, the other thing I want to show is, where possible, I've been turning the lights on with my elbow. Toilet, been using it that way, bringing it down, and obviously when I want to flush, I will grab a piece. I'll flush, don't need wastewater for now, shove it in there while the water's flushing. The other thing that I will do quite often as well because I can't control this sort of stuff around the switches. I've been spraying the door handles, I've been spraying these with, obviously, and obviously not the toilet paper itself, but the rail that holds it, and also there. Haven't been bothered to wipe that off. We'll go through a big deep clean when we're done, but stuff like this, as often as I can, I'm you know, yeah. Probably should point out that I am aware that you probably shouldn't be running spray straight over the top of that. Anyway, you use wipes if you want. I haven't been doing a flat stick, I've just been giving it a quick spray. So yeah, I get that that's not like the best thing I should be doing, but that's what I've been doing because I'm lazy.